Hello my little ghosts, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my stories, please consider liking and subscribing and let me know in the comments below what your biggest fear is. I could get inspired and the next story I post could chill you to the bone. Thank you for your support and please enjoy tonight's story. If you ever get an unexpected letter in the mail, in a silvery envelope, it means you have been chosen. Unfortunately for you, there is no way for you to retreat from this. I will nevertheless do my best to walk you through and hopefully you will live through it. If you open the envelope, you will find a piece of pure white paper with a number written on it. This number will always be 287. Don't bother looking, for you will find no other information on the letter or on the envelope. Now that you opened it, here's what you should do. Buy some really sturdy chains. About 20 to 30 feet should suffice. Rope is not going to do it. So please, make sure you listen to me. A blindfold will also be necessary. Next, you will need to lock yourself up in some place by yourself, far away from civilization, where no one can reach you. It is advised that you rent such a place if you don't own one. Something like a forest, a desert, it doesn't really matter, just make it far from people. It is advised that the place itself is well built. A wooden cabin is not appropriate, for example. My advice is to lock yourself in the basement. Oh, and you need to have completed these tasks 4 days before the following new moon. Once you got all this figured out, chain yourself down, preferably on the floor, if possible, to one of the reinforcement pillars of the house. You will be there for a total of 4 days. Any other needs that you might have can be brushed off as of the least importance. So don't get lost in tiny details such as physiological needs, entertainment, or sleep. In fact, you won't exactly sleep during these 4 days. It won't let you. It won't let you think about anything else than itself and what it wants. It's going to haunt your every second, your every thought, and your very being. However, in some cases, the beast tries to disarm you precisely by trying to get you to fall asleep. Do not let him do it. Do not succumb to your exhaustion. This is of the utmost importance. If you make it through these 4 days, you will be safe. If, however, it manages to get you out of the house, well, you are pretty much done for. So no matter what you think you hear, no matter what you feel, no matter what, stay there. Try your best to just stay there as you've been instructed. You will know when the beast has finally left and the 4 days have passed because you will no longer sense its presence. This is when you can set yourself free and leave the house. I hope that at the end of these 4 days you will still have your chains on. Even if otherwise you seem perfectly fine, being unchained is really, really bad news for you. Presumably, this has not happened. This is how you are advised to go about it next. If you have the letter with you, open it. If you don't, retrieve it and open it. Check the letter. You will now have an address along with the initial number. Put it on your GPS and go there right away. Normally, this is going to lead you to an old cathedral. It might be abandoned, it might still be in use, it might be a touristic attraction, it doesn't matter. What you need to do is find a way to get to the basement. I don't care how you do it, you just do it. Use whatever light source you have available to help you go down the spiral stairs and advance down the main corridor until you find an old wooden door. It is most likely locked or even hammered in some circumstances. If it isn't, you're in big trouble. Nevertheless, you need to open it just to be sure. Open it and look inside. Is it empty? Dusty? Then feel free to take your breath of relief. Go home. Relax. You've made it and are now completely safe. If, on the other hand, upon opening it, you happen to come across something that looks much like an ossuary, and the pungent irony smell of degradation. If you look close enough, you're going to see that those bones are not old. In fact, they're disgustingly fresh, with some still having bits and pieces of flesh here and there. You'll find another note on the back of the door, pinned with a nail. It's going to be written in blood, but it will look oddly familiar as it simply says 286, 296. Try to abstain from throwing up, buddy. You don't want all those lives you took to go to waste. At least you can justify it by saying you were hungry. You've got bigger problems to worry about now. Because you see, your beast friend is not quite satisfied yet. And now that it's got its powers back to their full capacity, it's going to come for you too. So since you happen to be in a church anyways, I suggest you say your last prayer